Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're going to take a look at some RAM from our good friends over at Orico. This is the Orico Raceline Racer DDR4 RAM kit. Now this actually comes in a couple of different flavours, 16GB kit, a 32GB kit, and also two speeds, DDR4 3200 and also DDR4 3600. And if that isn't enough, it also comes in two colours, so you get the stylish black, or there is a silver version as well. Now today we're going to take a look at 3 good reasons why you should buy this over Corsair LPX. Now there's actually some pretty good reasons, and hopefully you'll bear with me through this. Now, I know DDR4 is getting a little bit kind of old hat, but there's still a massive installed base, so people are still buying this stuff, and especially the higher capacity kit, such as the 32GB kits, whereas they've got 16, they want to upgrade, and not many motherboards will often support 4 sticks quite well out of the box, especially with XMP enabled. So I think this actually makes a very good choice. And again, we'll talk about the 3 reasons why I think you should purchase this over others. But first of all, let's take a closer look at the RAM itself and some of the specs. So when it comes to the RAM modules themselves, I think these are exceptionally stylish, very nicely done. Got very nice big heat spreaders there, up to 5mm in width as well, so really good premium cooling. They also use SK Hynix RAM, which again is pretty much the cream of the crop these days, especially for DDR4. Also when it comes to speed, so DDR4 3200, CL16, and if you want to go for the 3600, those are CL18. Again, for all these specs, etc., I'll put links in the video description so you can check them out and get the full SP on them, both from Orico directly and also from sellers such as Amazon, which seem to do these at very favourable prices. Now, because these support XMP 2.0, they're fine for both Intel and AMD systems on the DDR4 platforms, so you've got no problems there. So if you're looking at some RAM and you want to get some at a decent price, yeah, again, definitely well worth looking at. So let's discuss the 3 reasons why I think you should look at this if you're considering buying Corsair DDR4 LPX RAM. So the first one is probably the most important one for me personally, and that is the pricing. Now at the moment over in the United States, where I've just checked out the pricing, this is actually around about $15 cheaper than the LPX equivalent, which are these ones here, which they're okay, they're fine, and they're probably one of the best sellers on the market. But I think that's what Orico are trying to do. They're trying to take away that spot from LPX of being kind of like the #1 seller. And I think they're actually going a good way of doing it. Again, having quite a drastic price comparison and being considerably cheaper makes it great. And also, if you're on a slightly more budget orientated system, $15 could be the difference between getting yourself a decent cooler and keeping the noise down on your system. So that is definitely reason number 1. Now reason number 2 is because of the quality, the SK Hynix RAM, and actually how it performs. Now I've done some testing here today between our LPX setup and also the Orico, and the Orico beats it quite handily. So I'll put some images on the screen. I've just done this in Passmark for PC, and you see it beats it quite handily. So in terms of if you're considering maybe getting some Corsair LPX, or you're looking at this Orico stuff and thinking, well, why should I bother? Well, again, first reason, it's cheaper. Second reason, it's faster. And now we can take a look at the 3rd reason. So the 3rd reason is, again, it's going to be down to personal preference. You have got the Corsair LPX. Now it does have an advantage where it is relatively low profile, but brother, this stuff looks awful. It really does. I don't like this at all. It's just very, very basic and generic. And of course, when you can get this, which looks absolutely stunning in comparison, and again, it's faster and it's cheaper, what else could you want? Now, again, obviously, if you are looking for low profile, then LPX kind of takes the win there. But in terms of performance, looks, pricing, and also just the fact that it just seems to be really, really well made, I think this is actually an excellent choice. But as always, with anything, it's all going to be down to the individual and also your individual local pricing. So I would strongly suggest check out the links in the video description and see what the prices are like near you. Now, I'm actually making this video one day before the Prime Day deals, which start tomorrow morning, so potentially this could all change, but as it stands, I have been reliably informed that Orico will be doing some significant price discounts, again to compete with the likes of the Corsair LPX, just to try and get their foot in the door and take some of that margin, which I think is a very good thing to do. And again, if you can save some money, it's faster and it looks better, then it's definitely a win. And also, I should say as well, just for those of you that are looking at this thinking, well, DDR4 is fine, but I'm using DDR5, don't worry. We have got a video coming up on the DDR5 Raceline Neo RGB RAM, which also comes in at some really great pricing, so stay tuned for that. So anyway, that is my thoughts and impressions on the Orico Raceline Racer DDR4 RAM. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, smash that like button. If you want to see more content of this on a daily basis, maybe consider hitting subscribe, and also don't forget to hit that chime notification and also select all notifications. That way you'll be notified of future video releases. But for now, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.